Hi everyone, good afternoon. I want to talk to you today about a little thing that most things as women that we give up and we don't recognize is balance. I try to live my life, the best of my life in two aspects. BEST for me stands for balance, energize, stamina, and toxin free. So I want to talk about the B and balance as the best of my life. You know, um, balance is not perfection. Nowhere near am I ever perfection. I don't live perfect at all. But I do my best to actually recognize things in my life. Now, in a perfect world, I would have the same schedule all the time. I'd be able to go to sleep, rise and shine, have perfect meals all the time. At that exact moment, get my exercise in, and then um, no stress in my life, as well as the perfect people in my life. Well, we don't live that way, but we have to create a balanced environment. And also, too, I believe that we need to find out, feel within our body when our bodies are off balance. And as women, sometimes as we get older, sometimes throughout life, we give to so many other people and we put ourselves last. Well, there's nothing I want to tell you that it's not selfish in you to be able to say that I don't want to live that way. I'm going to try my best to live balanced. And sometimes that could just mean, as in, for instance, like me today, we're just coming off of a busy weekend. And I want you to recognize some of you may have eaten off how you normally do eat. You may have been traveling a lot. You may have just had even though it was a off weekend, you may have been very busy. So your sleep may be off. You may have exercised, but not like you'll normally have. You may not have drank as much water. And so things as in, are you cranky? Are you lethargic? Do you have a headache? So all those different things are also too, do you feeling it because you ate off how you normally do eat? You may be feeling, ugh. Well, those are all small signs that your body is off. And you want to be able to take a moment to say, I need to get back where I need to be. Instead of keep going and going and going, you may need to recharge yourself. You may need to just take, even if it is for 10 minutes. And that was something I found myself today. My food eating was fine for this weekend. My exercise was absolutely fine, but what was not was my brain power. I never had a moment to really shut down my brain. I did a lot of just different, actually reaching out and talking to a lot of people this weekend. So when I woke up this morning, I felt as though my brain was just going and going. So before I did any workout today, before I did anything, I just went outside and I set in some vitamin D and I had some personal development, 15 minutes of just no talking to anyone, and I needed to recharge myself. And when we find that time to be able to do that, we are the better for other people. When we travel and go out of town, what happens sometimes is our body gets out of balance. We're not sleeping in our own bed. We're even as well as I may eat when I'm at other places, it's not my food. And so if you're feeling as though you kind of and your body's feeling off, is you may need to take a day or two and actually just really get some nutritional value back into your your body. A lot of vegetables, eating is exceptionally clean, will recharge and get your body back. But if you don't recognize those things, what's going to happen is that you're going to just continuously go where you already were going. And then all of a sudden you may shut down. Your body's going to shut down. And if you do not change that nutrition and really get your nutrition back to where it needs to be, remember, you're in a glucose state. You have been eating off a little bit. And your body may recognize first and tell you you're tired, you're lethargic, and you're kind of emotional and have feelings. Those are dead giveaway signs that you have to be intentional and say, nope, I've eaten some processed carbs, I may have had some sugar, but I'm done with it. I've got to get back to where I need to be. When you do that, all of a sudden you get the nutrients back, you get more balance back. If you don't recognize those things, you're going to continue to go down that road, and it's like you never actually kind of detox the mind, detox the body, detox and everything. So I want to challenge you. How are you feeling after this. And as ladies, remember also too, your body gets into an uproar. That's where your belly fat comes in. That's where your digestive system gets off. Everything from the emotions, remember, it all starts in the mind. So how are you feeling? Are you investing a little bit of time in yourself? Have you gotten that nutrition back on? Last two things is sleep. A lot of times over a busy weekend, we don't sleep enough. So if you're finding same thing, you have not got enough sleep, you've made to get into bed early and get yourself some sleep so that you do not make emotional decisions and your food pattern gets back on. Last thing is, how is your hydration? Is we tend to have eaten off, and when you're traveling or if you're at other people's house and you're just off your schedule, so will your water intake. And I'm not talking about flavored water. I'm not talking about having caffeine and all those things. I'm just talking about, let's get our life back into the B zone. Balance. Get yourself back to being balanced today. See you tomorrow when we talk about the E in living your best life. Stay tuned tomorrow.